Leaders set expectations for themselves before and more than others do. Most of you have a problem with that. Leaders set expectations for themselves before more than others do. If I, as a leader, have to repeatedly ask for what your goals are, for what you're doing, you're not a leader. And it's going to be a short period of time until my recruiting replaces you. Right? Because today I got the most sets in the room. Right? So, leaders set expectations for themselves before and more than others do. Leaders should expect and plan to exceed expectations. Right? You should plan to exceed your expectations. Leaders are in trouble when somebody else has to set the expectation for them. Leaders should not be trying to do as little as they can to stay afloat in their careers. You cannot set a low standard of performance for yourself and expect to lead others. If you want to be a good leader, you must have high expectations for yourself. Right? I can't set the bar at 2 and lead people. There's not enough room between 2 and 0. Right? And the ones that I do shove in there are what? 1s. Am I going to get anywhere? Right? Leaders understand that they never stop climbing. A mistake many new leaders make and think is that they can, let me see. If I do well for a season, I can earn the right to take shortcuts and quit making sacrifices. They feel they can pay the price for a short time and enjoy the perks of the previous results forever. The problem is no such place actually exists unless you leave the game. Right? And I've seen that too, where leaders are like, hey, I've arrived. You're in the room with me. Obviously you haven't. You're still here. Right? And guess what? Maybe you become the best. That's when you go off and you become an AO. But guess what? You just moved into a new room. Now you got 50 other AOs. Right? I'm not the top there. My 3 buddies are all kicking my butt. Right? So now you haven't arrived there either. But why do people think, hey, I had a good last month, or hey, I have a good this, or hey, I did that. I've arrived. I'm going to rest. Right? Rest is fine. Stopping is not. The only way to stop is to leave the game. Right? You got to get out the game. So as a leader, you should recognize the fact that maybe you're like, okay, I need a break is one thing, but hey, I've arrived, you got to throw that out the window, or you got to go somewhere else. We got to move you into a different room. Right? We got to move you into a different room. This is the reason why teams actually rarely have back-to-back championships. Right? It is the perks they receive that rarely lead them back to the work they need to do to return to championship status. There's my proof of the theory. Right? It is rare to go back-to-back champions, and when they do, it's a 30-on-30. Right? That's why, Tom Brady is truly, at this point, the GOAT. Right? And all the other GOATs have left. Mannings are out the game. Breeze retired. Phillip Rivers is done. The only guy left is still, Brady. And he might do it again. And if he does it again, it's a first vote. The second he retires, they did put him in the Hall of Fame because the guy proves back-to-back. Right? But look how many Super Bowl champions. Just go look at them over the last 20 years. How many of them went back-to-back? They couldn't do it. How many even got back to the big game? Right? They got these big contracts. They got fat. All of a sudden, they were known on social media. They had, people in their DMs. Right? They had opportunities. They could make movies. Everybody started a rap studio. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do that hard work. They weren't doing those 2-a-days no more. They weren't sweating out in the field, no one knowing their name. Right? And so you need to recognize that it's very challenging as a leader to have back-to-back championships unless you recognize that you have to continue to do the work. That's it. Do the work and you can get back there.